All right, family. This is GM back with another video. Getting ready to start a 5.1 home theater installation in this room, which appears to be about maybe a 10 by 14 room, something like that. So I already did the layout for the speakers, as you can see. So we have studs here and here. We came 22 inches off the wall on both sides. These will be 8-inch three-way speakers, in-wall speakers. That's the center channel. Those are the two rears, which are two-way 6.5. So same distance, both sides. Took me about 30 minutes to figure that out. Finding studs and centering and all that good stuff. So we have a stud right here, as you can see, that we're gonna have to chip out in order for our center channel to go in. Probably about, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches maybe. Maybe 5 inches into the stud. So that is an exterior wall. You got insulation and all that good stuff in there. So with this install, we're gonna have to pull the baseboards off all the way around. We'll stop right there. We won't pull the trim off the doorways. So what we'll do is we'll pull all of that off, and then we'll run our wiring underneath after we notch out each stud. And then we'll clean up the baseboards and put them back on after we get everything in. So we'll have about a 40-foot HDMI cable coming from this location, going around, coming down, going around. And we'll also have Ethernet, and we will have, what else was it? So we got HDMI, HDMI. So HDMI, Ethernet. That's something else. May just be those two. I don't think we need coax. We're not doing no cable stuff or anything like that. So basically all the wiring comes down from each location, and it'll be wrapped around and tucked inside after we notch out the studs, so we can have enough room to push the wire underneath all the way around, come over here. This is where the existing Ethernet is that goes down to the smart panel. So we will have like about a 12 unit rack right there with computer and all that good stuff in it. This amplifier, receiver for better, to be exact. But this is where all the media stuff is, all the movies and all that stuff. And so we got our work cut out for us here. So first things first, I got to order in Amazon. It should be here in the morning. And we will, after I get off work tomorrow, I will start cutting out these speakers, and then we'll pull these baseboards, not necessarily in that order. We'll get the baseboards cleaned up. We'll get them numbered so we'll know how to put them back on, of course. And we'll probably number them from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clean them up, take the nails out, and set them to the side. Get them ready to go back on after we're finished. So I'll show you guys different things as I'm doing this. I don't expect this install to be more than half a day or so, really, to be honest with you. I got to get a compressor and a brad nailer so I can put these baseboards back on. So, but as far as the installation part of it, I mean, that's probably 4 or 5 hours, maybe, if that. The hardest part probably will be notching out well, not hard, but the most time consuming part of it is just going to each stud location after you get these baseboards off and notching out each studs at the bottom with the multi-tool, oscillating tool. So we'll have enough clearance underneath to get the HDMI cable. So that will run down the wall and around over to here. The only things that are running from over here would be these speakers will be coming all the way around instead of going that way, of course, because it's the opening to the door and we don't want to have to pull the door trim. We'll just come all the way around to there. Once we get to this location, we'll go back into the wall and then come back out of the wall. So it'll actually look like it was dropped from the ceiling when in fact it's coming from the bottom. So everything will have nice wall plates and look real nice. Then we'll have a rack, like I said, right here. We'll have equipment in the rack, DVD player, PS5, whatever, all that stuff. But getting ready right now to put the TV mount on the wall. I'm already measured all that out. And then I'll create the power from there to there. And then the only thing left to do will be to run the Ethernet and run the HDMI that way. And we'll be ready to test everything out. So I'm hoping to get this pretty much completed without, of course, putting the, because we have to test everything out first before we put these baseboards back on, make sure everything works where it's supposed to, and then be very careful with putting those back on without nailing into any of the wire. So, got a little fun coming up. Stay tuned. I probably will do a time-lapse video at some point with you just seeing me doing different things in here, sped up, of course. So you guys stay tuned. As always, Connect Tech Services, you know we do things right. Talk to you soon.